No. So now let's hear the story about the prince and the pauper. The prince and the pauper. Long, long ago, when King Henry VIII ruled over London, a strange incident took place. Two boys were born on the same day at the same time. One was born in the palace and thus became a prince, while the other was born to a very poor family and thus became a pauper. The pauper's family was only a few miles away from the palace. This was a sad state of affairs in those times, where the prince Edward was given the best food and clothing, and the pauper, who was named Tom, had to beg for a single bite and wore nothing but rags. As the both grew up, another coincidence was waiting to be revealed: the uncanny similarity between the two boys. Ah, Tom, you useless boy! You brought me nothing today. Father, I don't want to beg. You think anybody wants to beg? You fool! If you don't beg, then what we are going to eat? And with that attitude, you should have been born in a palace. Why were you born in a pauper's house? But how can I decide when to be born? Oh, shut up! You ungrateful boy! Get up and get me some food. The only good thing in Tom's life was Professor Andrews, who taught in a school near him. He used to bring different books with him every day and encouraged Tom to read. Books are man's best friend. They will guide you through any situation. I know life is beautiful for you. No, you don't know. Nobody knows. Tell me, Professor, why wasn't I born in a palace? I don't want to be a pauper all my life. This isn't fair. Who said you have to be a pauper just because you were born in a pauper's house? But isn't that how it works? A pauper's child is a pauper, and the king's child is a prince or a princess. But as we know, we can choose to be somebody else. In fact, we can choose to be anybody we want to be. Answer me this. If I only give you two options, to be a pauper or a greedy, dishonest man, who would you rather be? If the only other option is to be a dishonest man, then I would rather stay a pauper and be honest. Exactly. You see now, you can always choose. Doesn't matter if you were born in a palace or a small house. Being honest and double takes courage, Tom, and I know you have that courage. I believe in you. Thank you. One fine day, Tom wandered off looking for food. After walking a few miles, he reached the palace. He was amazed to see tall and huge structure before him. He went around and sneaked through the bushes to get closer. He saw Prince Edward playing with his toys. He must be the prince. I wish I could live a royal life. Hey, you dirty boy! How dare you enter these premises? Let's throw him out of the palace. Just as the soldiers picked Tom up to throw out, Prince Edward came out running. What is all the commotion about? This boy was trying to enter the palace. What is your name? My name is Tom. My apologies, Your Highness. I didn't mean any harm. I was only feeding through your food. Though he wore very dirty clothes, Tom spoke with respect. The prince was furious about the boy. He took Tom to his chamber and offered him food and sweets. Tom couldn't believe that he was standing in a real palace. You are very lucky. I wish I had these too. Don't you find something strange here, Tom? There are a lot of similarities in our physical appearance. Same round nose, curly hair, and the big eyes. I did notice it, but there is one very important thing: the places we come from.
that you wear these expensive clothes and I relax. Did you see how your guards have me? They didn't care that you and I look similar. Nobody does.
I don't believe that. Wait, why don't we exchange our clothes and test everyone? It will be fun.
I'm not sure.
Come on, Tom. We are friends now. And so they did. Tom and Edward were shocked to see themselves in the mirror.
Wow, we look alike, but it's all a game. We must exchange our clothes now.
What's the hurry? Let me test my guards. I saw you walk out of this room dressed like a copper and you stay here and pretend to be a copper. Please.
What if
Don't worry, Tom. Everything will be fine. I will be now. On his way out, the prince picked something up from his locker and hid it in his dirty clothes. He then walked to the main gate of his palace. The guards didn't even notice him. Tom was right. All they care about is what I wear. They didn't recognize me. Edward went out of the gate and turned around to go in. But the guards stopped him.
wait, enough. We will not let you on our things anymore. Get out.
Come down. I am Prince Edward.
And I am the king.
What? No, you're not. No matter how much he did, the guards were not convinced. They threw the prince out. Boy, this is not going to be easy. Where I go now? The prince walked away from the palace and unfortunately was found by Tom's father.
You useless boy. Where have you been? I am very hungry. Go get some food.
Nobody had ever talked Edward like that. Afraid and confused. He left room for some food. As he walked down the street, Prince Edward was shocked to see what lay in front of him. People in my kingdom are so poor. This is unbelievable. We waste every day. We waste food every day in the palace. And here they don't have enough to feed even a family. Meanwhile, Tom tried his best to convince everyone around him that he was not Prince Edward. But nobody was ready to listen. Everybody around him looked confused.
Is he alright? Something's wrong with me.
I don't know. I asked him about the Great Seal of England, and he replied saying that he doesn't know about it. He is the prince. It's his duty to keep the seal safe. How can he not know?
Forgive me, but is it possible that he has forgotten? Same way he seems to have forgotten that he is Prince Edward and not some son of the couple.
Oh Lord, that would be terrible. His health worsens each passing day, and his son loses his memory. Lord, save this kingdom. Tom wanted Edward to get back to the palace, but at the same time, he realized that he had to take care of this kingdom till the prince returns. After all, Prince Edward was his friend, and he would not let him down. Tom was wise and intelligent. He strongly thought over his duties and learned quickly. Everybody in the palace slowly began to trust him and grow fond of their prince. He was a well-read boy. The knowledge he gathered while reading the books given by Professor Andrews was used well. His wisdom was appreciated. He was humble and generous to all. Everything was going fine until one day a sad thing happened. King Henry VIII passed away. The palace mourned for their king. I am sorry for your loss, but it's now time to crown you as your king.
What? But what's the hurry?
People of this kingdom need you, prince, and you have to learn enough. This has to be done. I will arrange for the coronation ceremony. Tom liked it in the palace, but he very well knew that it was not his life to live. He didn't want to be crowned the king. He sent his men out know which poor boy to look for, they always returned with no news. Tom getting worried for the prince. Well, every night Tom wished with all of his heart for the prince to return. Edward found himself yet another trouble. Once walking down the street, Edward was captured by two groups who forced him to steal. Although Edward didn't really steal and put in the prison. That day he was to be taken to court. Edward was ready for worse, but unexpectedly
Your Honor, you have made a mistake. My guard really is going out thinking him to be a thief, but he did not steal anything. I request you to let him go, Your Honor.
Edward was set free. He thanked the merciful man and made a small request. I have a very important message to be taken to the palace. Prince Edward is being crowned king tomorrow. Could you please take me to the palace immediately? The man didn't believe Edward, but since he too wished to attend the coronation ceremony, he agreed to take Edward along. The next day, inside the palace, everybody had assembled to cheer for the new king. It is a historic day for all of us. Today we crown our new king, King Edward. Everybody was very excited. Just as the crown was about to be placed upon the Tom's head,
No, wait! I am the real Prince Edward.
what? How dare you? Look at your clothes. Guards, arrest him.
No, let me go. Guard, stand down. He is telling the truth, Lord St. John. He is Prince Edward, and I am Tom Hanley. I tried to tell you all, but you did not believe me.
How is that possible?
If you still don't believe us, then read. Is not anybody worried about the great seal of England? I took it with me when I left the palace.
Prince Edward and Tom narrated the whole incident. Everybody was shocked to hear that the real prince was wandering out on the streets.
My apologies, please. I tried to look for you.